everyone, and welcome back to another reading. In today's reading, we're looking to answer the question, what does your higher self want to tell you now in regards to your journey? So without further ado, let's dive into pile selection. For today's reading, I've prepared 3 different pre-shuffled oracle piles. Let's go through them one by one. We have pile number 1 with support, pile number 2 with synchronicity, and pile number 3 with truth. So please select your pile based on your intuition, and I will see you in your reading. Bye! Hi everyone! If you selected pile number 1 or support, this is going to be your reading. What does your higher self want to tell you now in regards to your journey? So let's reveal your oracle cards. With support, there's definitely going to be an element of community in your reading, obviously. Let's see. We have only weavers know the time. We also have the shepherd, celebration, family. Another community card or card that pertains to your relationships. And we have foundations, the founder, community. Wow. Okay, again, community. Let's see. We have eyes of the eagle rising above Frey. We also have Jupiter in Pisces with seduction. We have Venus in Gemini with flattery. These are definitely concerning the same topic, it seems to me. We have lion. And finally, we have bear. There's definitely an element of you channeling some sort of energy into basically the physical realm, because the lion is a fire energy and the bear is earth energy. So this dichotomy of the triangles here tells me that you're channeling and materializing something here. Alright, let's get your tarot cards before I talk too much. Alright, what does pile number 1's higher self want to tell them now? We have the devil. We have Knight of Wands, and we have Justice. We have Page of Cups. We have King of Cups. Ace of Wands. We have the Hierophant. We have 5 of Swords. We have Page of Swords. Alright, I'm just going to pull one clarifier for the Devil card here just to see whether any more specifics come out. Can you clarify the Devil, please? 4 of Swords. Okay, 4 of Swords, clarifying the Devil here. Alright, pile number 1, let's dive right in. So, a lot of your cards, oracle cards specifically, Venus in Gemini, right? Seduction was this Jupiter and Pisces energy, flattery, support, celebration, family, foundations, community, 5 of Swords here. All of your cards are referring to the central theme of your reading being relationships and boundaries in some capacity. And we will roll back to that in a second, but let's dive into your spread here because we're opening up strong with the Devil energy. that is being clarified by Four of Swords here, which tells me that pile number one, I don't know what particular situation you're dealing with, but it's clear that you feel trapped to something in your life, like you can't really move forward in any way, shape, or form. Because Four of Swords is clarifying this devil energy, it is clear that maybe you're even putting in effort to move past this energy. Maybe you are really sensing that, time for you to experience happier, more joyful experiences in this external world, in your incarnation basically, is around the corner, and you really sense this energy coming towards you. And maybe you're even pushing to get out of the cycle where you're stuck, but your efforts are not bearing results here with Four of Swords, because Four of Swords is always a card of basically a pause or stagnation or blockages appearing along the way, because these blockages are actually meant to stop you, because you're not really addressing the root cause of the issue, rather you're just pushing within the external realm, trying to achieve whatever your goal might be. And Four of Swords always implies addressing the issue, basically from within. Now, this gives us the context to this devil, right? For all of you, it seems like you guys are dealing with a particularly difficult energy right now. You feel like you are entrapped to something in your life, like you can't really move forward, and that is because of deep rooted fear. Because obviously in the devil card, when we experience it, it's obviously not the best experience, right? It's the devil card. Although the chains around the necks of these two people are open, they don't walk away because of the illusion of fear, of the illusion of having to stay here. The devil is always a card of basically us choosing to stay in certain scenarios or energies, or invest our energy in certain behaviors or people that are not good for us. And the reason we do that is because we're psychologically dependent on them in some capacity. So the devil a lot of the times is associated with addictions, right? Where you are choosing to partake in something that is not good for you, but you don't see a way out of it. So you are kind of keeping yourself stuck in that cycle. The good thing, pile number one, is justice is coming towards you, and it's coming towards you fast. So you're about to be liberated out of this stagnation, out of whatever it is that you're preoccupied with right now, whatever that is on your mind, that is really, you feel like you can't move past this blockage. Congratulations, justice is moving towards you fast, very, very fast, because Knight of Wands is the fastest knight in the deck. So it's a few days, a few weeks, it's a very fast energy basically. But you're ready to finally transition out of this cycle of stagnation and basically being trapped by the illusion of fear, and into the experience of the positive side of the wheel of fate and karma. So right now, pile number one, I will tell you, if you're putting in a lot of effort to move past a blockage that you deem to be immediately needs to get out of your life, right now your effort, your conscious, action is not really going to bring the results that you're looking for, because basically the energy of justice is basically going to be served to you from the divine directly. So no action is needed on your part in terms of basically, liberating yourself or moving past the cycle in some capacity. You do not have all of the adequate information or the right perspective on the situation to take action that is actually going to be beneficial. Something within you needs to shift. And I think when obviously justice energy starts slowly pouring into your life, that is precisely what's going to shift your perspective. So I don't know in whatever way this energy is coming towards you. Obviously for all of you this is going to be different, but in some capacity, pile number one, in whatever area you have been feeling there is this blockage and there's nothing you can really do to move past it, maybe you'll always stay stuck in the cycle of fear. No. The energy of justice is ready to be introduced into your life. You're ready to experience a lot of of positivity in the external world, and you're ready basically to come out of hibernation here, because I can sense with lion energy, right, moving directly towards bear energy, you are right now very passionate and probably motivated to get out of whatever this entrapment feeling might be in your life, whatever it's causing, that you want to get out of it. But because obviously Leo season is in the summer and the bear comes out of hibernation in the spring, and we're seeing the dichotomy of this fire energy or ether energy and then this earth energy of materialization, it's clear that you've already ethereally and spiritually upgraded your energy in some capacity, and you're ready to move forward, to be a leader, to embody your truth. But life comes in seasons, right? The lion energy is obviously followed by fall and winter, and only then does the bear get out of hibernation. Only then does a materialization of your desire occur. So what this tells me basically is, yes, I know that you can sense justice is right around the corner. I know you're ready for materialization of whatever it is your desire might be here. I know that you're ready to finally see the world, and your desire is manifested in it with the bear here. But because life comes in seasons, it's important that you recognize that just because things have not flown into your life just yet does not mean that they're not materializing behind the scenes. They are. There's just a basically adjustment of energy period, the fall and the winter period that you need to move through. And fall and winter periods, they're always identified with, us looking within and us really changing something within ourselves through a colder season that makes us more introverted, right? And puts our attention on what is occurring within our own consciousness. So right now is not a season for you to necessarily go and achieve whatever it is you want to materialize, but rather it's a season of looking within. Okay, of looking within, and more specifically a season of looking within and asking yourself about your boundaries with other people here. Because what we're seeing, pal number one, is the reason you are trapped here to some sort of situation. For some of you, you might be directly involved with like a person who is trapping you, who is influencing you, who is manipulating you here. For others, your situation and the reason why you are stuck is because you are influenced by someone else in your life, and this person does not necessarily treat you in the most honorable and respectful way. They don't honor your free will and authenticity here. The reason why I say that is because of this seduction energy that is very much the energy of fantasy and love bombing, so it's clear to me that whoever this person is, this could be a family member, could be a lover. I'm not sure what your situation is. Obviously apply it to your situation and don't force it if it doesn't resonate. But the reason why you are stagnant or stuck is because of some relationship that is really influencing you in a negative way. It seems like you really love this person, like they really love bomb you. There is a good side to them. There is a side that validates you in some capacity, but it's also a not entirely sincere human, okay? It is a person who might be manipulative, might have a big ego, might, really have a lot of charisma and a lot of pull, and so you think like you are not worth it in their presence. They have a lot of influence on you here. So I don't know who that is, but there's definitely someone here influencing your decision making, and someone here who is really not allowing you to get out of the cycle, whatever is the cycle that you are dealing with. And in order for you to transition out of the cycle, again, with Four of Swords, active action does not really give you any results, because there needs to be a spiritual upgrading that occurs basically. And this is what we're seeing is occurring for you here. You are ready to embody your spiritual truth. It seems like you are a very spiritually aware individual, and you've already healed your relationships to a large capacity with most most people. It seems like you handle your relationships pretty well. However, it seems like you're still really avoiding conflict here with perhaps this particular individual here, whatever this energy might be. It seems like you're not really good at establishing boundaries with this energy, because what we're seeing in the second set of cards here with the Hierophant, Five of Swords, and Page of Swords is you are required to embody your truth, your spiritual truth at this time. And that requires you to be able to set boundaries here, to be able to stand up for yourself and to defend what it is you love, at least from the perspective of verbal communication. You really are required to honor your truth yourself first, so life can honor it for you. With Page of Swords looking directly at Five of Swords, it seems like you really don't like conflict, you really don't like confrontation. It seems like you are really a newbie at standing up for yourself or feeling strong and feeling capable. But just like I said, with the Devil, it's an illusion that the situation is as scary or is truly entrapping you in the way that you believe that it does. And actually, when you do start exercising your boundaries, when you do stand up for yourself, even if your voice shakes, even if you just truly, for the first time, have a real, honest conversation defending your rights with this particular person or energy here, you will be able to see how beautiful the result of your own power is. And it's important that you reconnect with that side of you, with the side that is able to say no, with the side that is able to confront the challenges or people who are challenging you, basically, because you are truly rooted in your spiritual power and because you're ready for it. Basically, you are ready to truly live a life that is honoring who you are, not honoring what other people believe you should be doing or who you should be with. You are ready to, experience a life that is reflective of your spiritual journey. And at this point in your spiritual journey, it's time for you to move into a cycle of positive relationships, of positivity and good karma in general. Obviously, when I say this, some people are like, well, life is not without challenges. I get it, of course, but it's entirely different to be faced with a challenge that blocks you and basically destroys you psychologically, karmically throughout time, right? And just dealing with challenges in life that are adequate and are within the confines of your destined path that is already giving you so much fulfillment on a daily basis. So they're not the same challenges that we're faced before and after we upgrade our frequency, obviously. This set of cards right here, the Hierophant, Five of Swords, and Page of Swords, is meant to represent whether your current reality is serving your highest good. Yes, it is, okay, with the Hierophant being here. You're actually learning a very important spiritual lesson right now as you're about to experience a shift out of the cycle. And this spiritual lesson has to deal with you and your perspective on yourself and your ability to defend yourself, your truth, from other people who might be trying to force their truth onto you. It is clear that there needs to be some sort of a confrontation here that you will be basically moving towards with the Page of Swords. And I know that you're going to be a newbie at it. You've never done this in the past, but you will be doing it because this is not an advice. Rather, this is an explanation to why you are where you are on your journey right now. And it seems like you are meant to learn boundaries. And that is why you're experiencing this Four of Swords, Devil energy right now. Once you really allow this energy to teach you the lesson of boundaries, you're ready to transition into this Justice energy right now. And this is happening regardless, okay? This Justice is already on the way to you, this karmic shift in your experience of positivity and negativity, especially in your relationships. It's already ready to shift. It's already moving towards you, which tells me that you will have a confrontation with someone here and you will defend yourself. Whether, you right now you might be thinking like, oh no, I'll never do it. But you will. It's already occurring here because this is not advice section. This is what is occurring and whether it's serving your highest good here. And clearly you are standing up for yourself. You are actually finally reconnecting with your voice of truth and reason and defending who you are, because you know that it's time basically for you to meet fate at the crosswalks and for you to receive a much more positive, more higher vibrational experience in the external world here. Now, these three cards right here, Page of Cups, King of Cups, and Ace of Wands, are meant to represent your advice, how to align with your highest vibrational path and how to transition out of this cycle of negativity much more smoothly. And it's clear that your higher self is communicating. Please listen to the pulls of your heart, to the pulls of your excitement and joy. Please give yourself time during the day to follow your acts of passion and excitement. Really fill your cup, really do things for the sake of just loving doing things here, because you really, pile number one, are a powerful heart-centered being. Your heart is really one of your greatest strengths in this incarnation, and you are meant to get in touch with that power here. But do you see how they're not even looking at each other? And this is a young energy, this is a king, right? You have not even tapped into a tiniest bit of your potential with your heart. It seems like you've disconnected from your heart because, of all of the suffering that you had to experience throughout your journey. And right now, maybe you don't even want to invest your time and energy into the things that you actually love and to actually doing things for the sake of excitement and joy and love here. And your higher self is coming through to tell you, please, as much as possible throughout your daily life, just allow yourself to have time to basically follow your heart in whatever capacity it might be. Likely for a lot of you, it is a creative project or hobby that is calling your heart. It might not make sense. It's something new here with Page of Cups, but it's making you happy. Follow that, because that energy of pouring into your heart will allow you to tap into your actual potential of this powerful, heart-centered being who is ready to receive basically the inspiration from the divine here. So once you really start pouring your energy into the things that you love, into loving yourself, into the things that actually excite you for the sake of excitement here, you will reconnect with your true heart-centered power. And you will, once you are reconnected to your power, you're receiving some sort of a divinely encouraged and inspired moment of inspiration for a project or enterprise here. Aces are always something that is served to us from the divine, basically, something that is just coming out of nowhere, and it's always a potential for basically fulfillment of our grandest ideal. And because this is Ace of Wands, it's clear that it deals with your creativity. It deals with how you express yourself and build within the world, what your foundation would be in this world. So your higher self is coming through to tell you that your advice is not to even walk away at this point. Obviously, please understand that if you need to walk away, walk away. I'm just reading energies here. But what we're seeing is it's not that you need to push past this devil energy to get to justice. Justice is coming to you regardless. You are moving into a happier cycle in your life. What you're encouraged to do, instead of pushing for achievement of your manifestation or your goal, is understand right now, right? 19, this is 10, this is the end of the cycle, the last, because 9 is actually the end, right? 18, eyes of the eagle, rising above fray. You're rising above fray at 9, right? But there's also the 10 energy, the season of transitioning out of that and into a new beginning. So please allow yourself to understand that your manifestation, whatever it is that you have been really, preoccupied with, whatever it is the change that you're looking for in your life, it is going to materialize. Don't have any doubt about it. It's just that life and energies come in seasons. And right now you are in the waiting period. And I know that it might feel like it comes with acceleration of anxiety, like you're trapped in some capacity. But the reason why the energy has slowed down is because you're meant to address this devil energy here. And you are meant to address it by recognizing your spiritual truth and your boundaries here. My apologies, the camera died as I was recording the ending, so if the angle is different, my apologies, but let's dive right back. Basically, what I was trying to say is, it's not that your advice is to push past this blockage. Right now, you're meant to look within. You're meant to really take care of your heart, of, basically self-care is advised to you. Pour into yourself, pour into self-love, and as a natural process, you're going to reconnect with your internal power and set boundaries in a much proper way. This justice is coming towards you regardless, so you are ready, all of you, to experience a much happier cycle, basically with whatever you feel like has been blocked in your life, but for all of you also in your relationships. You're meant to really move into a cycle that is much more happy and easier. Right now, you will see that externally, fate is basically orchestrating justice to be served to you, and you're ready to transition into a cycle that is much more in tune with the higher vibrational natural frequency of who you are. So please allow this energy to move through its natural cycles. Understand that justice is coming towards you regardless, to liberate you from something that you have been stuck in, but also recognize that there's someone in your life who is impacting you in a negative way. And that someone, obviously, you need to set boundaries with this person. Although, obviously, this is not advice from your higher self, so I want to make this clear. Your higher self is not like telling you to fight anyone. They're just telling you, please focus on what you love, on your truth, on your spirituality, right? Right now, pour into your cup. Take care of yourself and recognize where you can truly work on what your boundaries are with your external relationships, because it is clear that there's some energy present in your life that doesn't allow you to move forward, basically out of the illusion of fear. And for a lot of you, maybe you will even stand up against this person and you'll see that it wasn't that hard. You start talking to them and they actually start listening to you. But this energy of the devil is so illusory. I've been there so many times, obviously, at the devil energy, that it feels like you can't move past it. Does that make sense? So your advice is not necessarily to do anything. Rather, it is to take care of yourself, invest time into really reconnecting with your heart center, really listen to yourself, recognize that you're not going to push past this blockage right now. It's not going to be solved overnight. It's just a season that is shifting, and you will see very, very soon, because as I said, this is the fastest night in the deck. Basically, you will see very, very soon that justice is here for you, and you're rising above fray, and you're finally finding that support within the external realm from your people and from life in general. You'll feel so much more safe, so much more secure, and fear is no longer going to be such a huge aspect of your battle, because you will prove to yourself basically that you're perfectly capable of standing up for yourself and of speaking your truth and of communicating what your spiritual knowledge is at this particular moment. So yeah, pile number one, I think this is all that I see here. I'm very sorry that you are stuck or trapped in some capacity right now, but recognize that from the spiritual perspective, the reason why you are there is because you're meant to learn about boundaries and about really rooting yourself in your truth, regardless of what other people's influence on you might be. And we're seeing that you're not used to doing that, so it's bound to be a challenge, and that's okay. Life, is a challenge after another, but these are the challenges that are making you a much more wholesome, a higher vibrational person here. So buckle up. I know that you're ready for a new beginning, but you are at the very, very wrap up of the cycle that has been difficult. Only weavers know the time, right? Fate is playing a huge role right now, so there's nothing much that you can do externally to push past this blockage. Rather, this blockage is going to be eliminated, and you will see how. So please feel free to let me know whenever this occurs for you what this is about, if this resonates. And yeah, I think this is all that I see here, pile number one. Get ready. Within a few weeks, you're going to experience just like Like I am forever done with this particular blockage that has been just really keeping me anxious and causing me a lot of pain, obviously, with the devil here. So yeah, pile number one, thank you so much for being here. I recognize that right now you're dealing with something particularly difficult, but that's okay. You know, we are resilient, beautiful, spiritual energies, and we're capable of massive transformations. So yeah, well, number one, I think this is all that I see here. Please buckle up. You are about to experience getting out of a negative cycle and out of your hibernation or pause and slowing down, and things are about to start picking up in your life. Just allow these natural seasons to transition, you know, really reflect on your boundaries here, and you know, really try to listen to your higher self here, who is really wanting you to do some self-care, to really just do some things for your heart, for your joy. Just invest into whatever is pulling you. And it might not make sense, obviously, rationally or logically. Like all of a sudden you might be like, I want to write poetry to process all of it, and you're like, okay, well, I can't really make anything out of poetry, right? So what's the point of doing that? The point is, it will reconnect you with your heart center and actually put you on the path of uniting with a divinely inspired idea that is going to result in you fulfilling your dream later on. So yeah, pile number one, please try to keep as grounded as possible as you deal with this devil energy right now, and know that it is about to all shift for you very soon, and it's just a natural season of life that you have to go through a period of hibernation before you experience spring. So yeah, thank you so much for doing this reading with me, for allowing me into your energy. If you liked this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe to the channel, and obviously if you want to share your story with me, I would love to communicate with you down in the comments below. So yeah, thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, if you selected pile number 2, or the moon's moment, synchronicity, this is going to be your reading about what does your higher self want to tell you now about your journey, basically. Oh, I don't know why I just turned that. That was a brain glitch. Synchronicity. So it seems like you're about to experience more synchronicity in your life. You're moving towards a more flowing state of being here. If the dogs come circling around, number 33. Let me just put it over here, actually. We also have Mercury in Aquarius with originality, number 11. We also have Mars in Taurus with defense. We have Hawk. And we have Dragon. Okay. So the energy, there's very strong spiritual energies with Hawk and Dragon here, definitely. We have the Aspirant, Ambition, Diligence, Setbacks. We also have the Witch, Experimentation, and Rebellion. And finally, we have Horseman, Herald of Change. Beautiful. Wow, already I'm picking up very interesting, unique, and positive energy here. So let's get your tarot cards so we get more information. All right. What does pile number 2's higher self want to tell them now in regards to where they are on their journey? We have the Tower. We have 9 of Wands. We have 2 of Pentacles. We have 4 of Wands. We have 10 of Pentacles. And we have 10 of Wands. We have 6 of Swords. We have Ace of Swords. And we have Justice. Wonderful. Okay, let me just move your cards around and I'll be right back. All right, pile number 2. So right away, this is a very, very spiritually charged energy here. And actually, your higher self is not coming through with too much information. Let's just say that, because it seems like you're reaching a point in your spiritual development where you are about to have all of the perspective that you need. So it's likely that after, very soon, you're no longer going to be really looking for answers externally, as per se, in tarot card readings, from readers, from numerology, whatever it is your spiritual tool is. It seems like finally within your own journey, you're going to physically embody that higher sense of awareness, and you're going to experience a movement towards flow or movement towards Tao, and experience of your manifestation and your vision in real life, in the external world here. The reason I say that is, let's start with the hawk looking at the dragon here. Obviously, the hawk here represents air element, right? So this makes me think of intellectual enlightenment. You're finally getting the correct perspective from the point of view of your intellect on what your life journey has been. And then once you are intellectually comprehending it, this becomes your physiological knowledge. You're embodying that knowledge, because if you have been in the spiritual journey for a minute now, you know that you can know things intellectually, okay, but to actually know them, to actually really experience that knowledge, you really need to embody it, right? It needs to penetrate your physiology. And we're seeing this because the hawk is the air element, and dragon here is actually the element of the ether. It's like at first you're intellectually putting things together, and immediately there's a click, it penetrates your physiology, and you are basically uniting with your path here and moving towards a more flowing path, as per se, a path that is full of synchronicity, a path that is unique to you, a path where you truly feel connected to your journey and to everything around you, because your vision is finally coming into fruition here. So what we're getting from your oracle cards, pile number 2, is basically you have always been a very spiritually aware individual, okay? It's likely your third eye has always been very open. You could be creatively gifted in some capacity, because obviously when your crown chakra and third eye are open, you tend to be a very creative person, right? Because you're channeling a lot of information, you're seeing things intuitively into the future, so you are interacting with a lot of ethereal energies in the top chakras. So that just naturally makes you uniquely aware. And it seems like since you were young, you were always this unique, very hypersensitive, hyper aware individual, someone who was always highly spiritual, okay? And it seems like your first original lens of analysis, like the way that you perceive and interact with the world, it is intrinsically first and foremost spiritual or metaphysical in some capacity, philosophical in some capacity, and only then it is anything else. Now, because you have always had a very massive, basically spiritually charged energy to you, you have also been ostracized by some people in your life. It seems like you really had to defend yourself in the external world, especially in your relationships when you were young, especially when you were young, I should say, in order to basically just deserve the right to express yourself as who you truly are. This makes me think of the black sheep of the family or their community, and everyone else doesn't understand them. And obviously, this is a very difficult journey, right? When all of the energies around us are telling us that who we intrinsically are is wrong, right? So obviously, it tells me that your journey has been long. It has been difficult for a long time. You really had to deal with basically being ostracized in some way. You basically had to deal with a lot of people coming for you in some capacity because of how uniquely powerful you are. I think because you were also so spiritually aware and gifted and so unique from anyone else, people who are especially struggling with, lower vibrational illusions within their own consciousness, I think that really triggered them, to witness someone like you. You subconsciously really triggered something within people. So people came after you when you were just minding your business, okay? It seems like like people came after you regardless. It seems like it really got to you, and maybe it really convinced you that something within you is wrong and you are required to change in order for you to be who you're meant to be in this lifetime. But the truth is, because of how much suffering you experienced, basically because of people not treating you well in your lifetime, I think you really got disconnected at some point with your authenticity and your true power. Perhaps the pain of, not finding acceptance and belonging in the external world, it really convinced you that, all right, yeah, maybe I'm not really thinking like I should be. Maybe there is something about me that I should change. And you started exploring other avenues outside of your authenticity. For the most part, the spiritual journey is always about, putting on masks, taking off masks, moving forward, And it looks like pile number 2, you are finally moving forward. Because of how cruelly people might have been towards you, because of how much suffering you might have experienced since you were young, for just being different here, it seems like you closed your energy off and you really disconnected with who you truly are. And it seems like you still were like, all right, well, I'm still gonna prove myself, okay, and I'm gonna go out into the world and try to fulfill my vision here. But because the suffering or the pain that has been caused to you, it was lingering, basically your attempts at the fulfillment of your spiritual vision, creative vision, whatever it might be, whatever it is that you were set out to do in this lifetime, whatever it is that your vision was driving you towards, it seems like you were met with blockages along the way. And obviously that just reinforced the idea that, all right, yeah, maybe I actually don't deserve this. Maybe I'm actually not right. Maybe I'm actually crazy for thinking that my vision is actually able to come into fruition. Maybe they were right. Maybe there is something wrong with me. But the good news, pile number 2, obviously with the hawk moving directly at the dragon, it seems like you have done the spiritual work to shed that false sense of identity. You have reconnected with who you truly are, with your own vision. You have really, in the past, recently, have decided to commit to honoring your truth, honoring your heart and authenticity and your own vision. And you told yourself, I have this one life and I'm not about to live it for anyone else. I might as well try to fulfill what matters to me here. And this reconnection with who you truly are is actually precisely what's resulting basically with you meeting fate at the crosswalks. You are about to experience an absolutely massive change with Horseman and Herald of Change here. And this change, okay, because it is fated, it is orchestrated by the divine itself, as a result of you shifting your internal narrative here, you are about to experience a shaking ground, okay? The change that is about to enter your life is going to be chaotic, okay? So prepare for some chaos here. This tower energy honestly does not give me the same tower feeling as basically, the traditional tower a lot of the times really means the rug being pulled from underneath us, because certain things need to fall apart in order for us to move forward here. But because of this 9 of Wands looking directly at the tower here, it's as if you are waiting for this, okay? This is what it's giving me. It's like you are waiting for this massive change, massive shift. I think you've always kind of envisioned that your life will go like 180, you know what I mean? You always expected and sensed that at some point when you figure this stuff out internally, there will be a 180 external reflection of that. And that is what is occurring here. Something in your life right now is going to be ending massively. Obviously, for all of you, it's different. For a lot of you, it has to deal with your career or your ambition in this world, with whatever it is, the vision that you have been preoccupied with. There is a drastic, unexpected shift of events, basically, that is occurring in your life right now. And it is precisely what you have been waiting for with 9 of Wands here. It seems like you really are waiting for this drastic change. And as the chaos of this change approaches, there is definitely a message of, you have the support systems around you and within you to move through this change smoothly here. So I'm not really getting a very bad feeling from this tower. Obviously, tower is always chaotic, okay? Whenever fate orchestrates change in our life, it's chaotic, right? Because it's outside of our control. But it seems like your vision is so grand, it's so big that you might be doing complete 180 in your life, okay? So certain things need to end here. For instance, if you have a job, right, and you like your job, it's fine, whatever, but you actually dream of completely different position, leadership qualities, you know, your job might end unexpectedly, and it's precisely what you're waiting for here, right? We're looking, Nine of Wands is looking directly at the tower, like, okay, come on, when is this going to, when is this change going to occur? So pile number 2, your higher self basically is telling you, buckle up, okay? You asked for this, you reconnected with your authentic truth, so get ready, because we are about to walk in. You walked out to meet destiny at the crosswalks, and destiny is meeting you right there. And right now, everything in your life that is going to end, it is a meant ending, okay? And there is definitely a message of you moving out of that cycle entirely. So whatever ends, don't try to hold on to it, okay? So if a job ends unexpectedly, if there is a redirection, reroute, do not allow your ego that is so conditioned by control and obsession with prediction of the future to react to those events, because these are the events that you're actually looking for. Whatever that is falling apart from your life now, it's not meant to be there, right? Right now, something is ending here, a cycle is wrapping up here, and you're transitioning into a much happier experience here. I'm getting a very strange message here, actually, with the Tower, Nine of Wands looking directly at it, and Two of Pentacles. So pile number 2, basically when these changes start occurring in your life, you already have the right perspective, okay? You are about to experience that breakthrough perspective of basically like, okay, this is how things were meant to be. This is why I'm here now. I've shed my identity. Now things are going to finally come into fruition for me. I know you can sense it. I know you know that you're moving into a happier time in your life, time of celebration, time of success, time of justice, right? However, it seems like your higher self is coming through to tell you, when these changes start occurring, your initial instinct is to wait them out. Like you're not really reacting to them negatively, but I think there's something that's occurring that's ending where you are staying within the ending. Like maybe your company is shutting down, but you're one of the only people who's still working at the company, right? And the company shutting down is originally intended for you to walk away, but you don't walk away, and instead you are kind of just trying to balance the energy out. I think it's because you're such a spiritual person, so you are training yourself to not react to external circumstances here. But there's definitely a message, because this set of cards right here represents basically your advice to align with your journey. With Six of Swords coming forward as your advice, it is clear that your cards are telling you to leave, to walk away from all the natural endings that are occurring in your life. And once you wrap up this cycle, okay, when you balance this energy out, you are ready for Ace of Swords, your success, your granted success here, and justice that you have been looking for your entire life. So we are seeing weirdly a message here. When the endings occur, don't hold on to these things, okay? And don't try to just wait things out, okay? You are meant to walk away from these endings that are already occurring in your life, and the moment that you cut ties with whatever this energy might be that is ending in your life, maybe a job, maybe, you know, a project, whatever it might be that is basically falling apart here with the Tower, you are advised to walk away as soon as you recognize it as falling apart. And as soon as you cut ties with that energy, your success is basically right there. You're stepping directly into a positive karmic time in your life, and you're receiving justice for your work, for your vision. You're finally seeing a manifestation of what you're meant to experience in your external life here. This row of cards right here is meant to answer the question of whether your current reality is serving your highest good. And yes, it is. It seems like you are in the very end of the cycle of basically something needs to fall apart, and you're about to enter a new journey and gain the breakthrough and perspective and success and justice that you're looking for, right? But you are setting yourself up right now already. First and foremost, for those of you looking for the loves of your lives, you're setting yourself up for that partnership, for a wedding if you have been specifically manifesting that, or you are setting yourself up have for a celebratory type of experience, and an experience of more basically material success and material, riches following you here. You are ready to step out of a cycle that, has been keeping you stuck, that wasn't allowing you to fulfill your vision. You have done the internal work, and you are about to really have perspective on the entirety of your journey, and not only have perspective from the intellectual side, but you're ready to embody that perspective as well. So pile number 2, congratulations. Wow, such beautiful, beautiful energy. Please, 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 please recognize that whatever the chaos that is occurring in your life right now, balance your energy through it with 2 of Pentacles here. Witness things falling apart, and really, when they do, walk away from them. Really walk away from them. Don't allow yourself to try to hold on to this Tower energy. I know it's impossible. It's likely not going to even be possible for you to hold on to anything here. But there's advice. I don't know why the 6 of Swords is coming forward as advice here. You are walking away from something. I think when you first notice that the energy is about to fall apart here, and the moment that you cut ties with whatever this energy is, this is precisely the change that you were looking for. You're receiving your success, and you're receiving your justice. One last thing before we dive into the conclusion of your reading. If the dogs come circling around, this card here represents basically your support systems, and you having support systems in your life that are going to help you to move through a chaotic transition. The reason why I say chaotic is not even in a negative way, right? It's because whenever something is orchestrated by fate, obviously from the perspective of our logical mind, it's chaos. It's not really organized energy. But that's what happens when we upgrade our frequency. We're welcoming fate in. And right now, yes, there's going to be unexpected turn of events. There's going to be endings, new beginnings. You're transitioning. But know that not only do you have the perspective from your spiritual side, from your vision as to why these things are occurring and where you will be headed next, but also you have these support systems around you, like friends and family, that you can rely on during this transition. So please don't allow yourself to be alone through this chaos, right? Talk to people, rely on your support systems in this change. And yeah, basically be ready for a complete 180 turnaround in your life, and for life to redirect you towards the success that you were always looking to accomplish in this lifetime. It's whatever you feel like you've been constantly set back on in your life, that's what you're finally going to see movement in. But in order for you to really merge with that fated path and with justice, obviously it seems like in the beginning things need to fall apart and end, and you're moving forward here once things do kind of start ending on fate's accord here. So yeah, pile number 2, congratulations. My goodness, it's such an amazing energy that you're experiencing. But obviously there's advice of, grounding your energy through this chaos that your higher self is communicating to you here. So yeah, thank you so much for being here for this reading. I think this is all that I see here. You are really about to experience the ending of a cycle and a movement towards a totally new life, a life that is more defined by your success, by your accomplishment, and by justice in general. A pleasant turn of events, a pleasant experience of what this external journey has to offer you. So yeah, thank you so much for letting me into your energy. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to share your story with me, please do so in the comments below. I always love to chat with you guys, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hi everyone, and if you selected pile number 3 or Moon Rising Truth, this is going to be your reading, all about what does your higher self want to tell you now in regards to where you stand on your journey. Alright, Truth. And it's full moon here, so it seems like something is coming to a resolution, or there is some sort of a cycle that is ending. Let's see. We have let your dreams be woven true. My apologies. With my accent, W's and V's in the same word, oh, that's hard. All right, we have elephant, But we have Owl. We also have Saturn in Leo with generosity, as well as Saturn in Taurus with ostentation. Okay, what a synchronicity right away. Just because Saturn is the planet of karma and very difficult lessons, obviously. One of our hardest teachers, spiritual teachers in this lifetime. And obviously, generosity and ostentation both deal with, you having access to certain resources here and you being generous with sharing those resources. We have the Assassin, ruthlessness, conviction. We also have the Adventure, responsibility, expectations. And finally, we have Skywriting, the Fates. All right, before I get ahead of myself, let's get your tarot cards and see what does your higher self want to tell you now in regards to where you stand on your journey. We have 5 of Cups. We have the Tower. We also have Ace of Pentacles. We have 3 of Wands. We have 5 of Wands. We have the Empress. We have 8 of Pentacles. We have 5. Everything is fine. This is 10 of Swords. And we have Queen of Wands. Alright, I'm going to get a clarification card for the Tower just to make sure and to see whether we get any more specifics. Can we get a clarification for the Tower? We have Judgment. Okay. I got it. Alright, pile number 3, let's dive right in. So with your chosen oracle card, being Truth, it is clear to me that you're ready to come to a resolution of some sort of a particularly stagnant blockage in your life. It's like you have been repeating the same cycle over and over and over again, and you really weren't able to push past some sort of a wall, some sort of an energetic blockage there in order to fulfill your creative ambition or your grandiose dream. Was let your dreams be woven true. I think you were on the hunt for your creative dream your whole life. You were looking for fulfillment of your creative ambition, basically, in the external world. You were looking for the external world to reflect to you who you are, what you are. But it seems like you have been met with blockages along the way. The reason I say that is because of the elephant alongside the owl, which represent spiritual wisdom and spiritual wisdom in different capacities. This is the fire element of the ether, and this is the air element of the intellect here. But also because of the 5 of Cups that is beginning your reading right here. And looking directly at the fates here, I think for an extended period of time you knew that you were meant for greatness in terms of your creative expression. For a lot of you, you are artists, you really have this particular passion that you want to fulfill yourself in. You really try to go out there and fulfill yourself in the external world, in your life. However, you have been met with blockages along the way, but you have not given up, although you are feeling quite disappointed about the unfulfilled attempts to fulfill this dream, because you know deep in your bones that it is meant for you. You know that it is in your destiny destiny to become that. And that is why the lack of fulfillment here is really causing you some disappointment here. It seems like this tower here is representative of both your past and what is occurring right now. This is what your higher self is communicating now. This Five of Cups here looks like it is reflecting on the tower, or it is reflecting on the past disappointments. It looks like, your dream was basically pulled from underneath you. You really lost your ground throughout your spiritual journey, and you really weren't able to fulfill yourself creatively. You weren't able to achieve that grand ambition or your dream that you were looking to fulfill here, and it left you disappointed here. As well as right now, pile number 3, this tower, I think, is twofold, and that is why it is represented, or it came forward in the middle here, is right now fate is actually going to shake things up, okay, with skywriting and the tower being here. And it is about to bring you the opportunity of a lifetime, some sort of a tangible opportunity that you have been visualizing, you have been dreaming about, some sort of a tangible opportunity to fulfill your creative dream here. And it's clear to me because this Five of Cups is looking directly at the skywriting, and the tower is like this middle ground between the Five of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, that you are moving from a cycle of limitation, a cycle of disappointment and being met with constant blockages on your way, into a cycle of basically receiving opportunities left and right. Something is occurring in your life right now that is divine, that is fated. Things are being shaken up with this lightning, and you are ending the cycle of disappointment and sadness, and you're moving forward into the cycle of opportunity, and specifically the opportunity that you have been visualizing and dreaming about. Because this judgment is clarifying the tower here, it is obvious that you are rising to your calling. You are becoming the you that you are meant to be in this lifetime. You're finding your heart center, your authenticity, you're finding your truth basically. And as a result of you reconnecting with your authenticity and truth, basically divine orchestration is occurring, and you're ending a cycle of disappointment and moving towards opportunity, not only for abundance, but an opportunity for you to fulfill yourself creatively and finally meet fate at the crosswalks and fulfill your creative dream. Because of the Saturn in Leo and Saturn in Taurus cards, right? These are both Saturn placements in fixed signs. It is clear to me that you have been dealing with some sort of a karmic blockage that was so fixed, and congratulations. Honestly, you deserve all of the applause here, because you have moved past this fixed energy. You have pushed past it, and now you're finding yourself on the good side of Saturn. You're getting ready to receive all of the benefits of this hard spiritual work that you have been putting in. You really dedicating your time to being a better person and being you from the spiritual perspective is coming back to you with wealth, with actually overabundance of resources, because this is Leo and Taurus, right? The most fancy and bougie of the signs here. You're getting in touch with some sort of a massive success, massive creative victory, massive amount of, abundance in your lifetime, to the point where there is a message of making sure that you're not afraid of sharing this abundance with the people that you love, because this abundance is meant to be shared. Don't worry about hoarding this, okay? This is not about, you just having a healthy relationship with finances. You're getting some sort of a massive result of your spiritual work here in terms of material success. You're getting some sort of a massive material success that you're able to share with the people that you love. And that is because you have been ruthless in your conviction that you yourself have been right. Basically, you have stood up for your truth internally for yourself. You did not allow yourself to break, no matter what bad situation you faced, you broke down, you stood up, and you walked again, and you were convicted that your vision is going to come into fruition one day. And your expectations of life as an adventure are finally going to come into fruition, was basically the opportunity that is right around the corner, pile number 3. This is what your higher self is coming through to tell you here. This opportunity, this financial upgrade, whatever it is that's being served to you with Ace of Pentacles here, you're going to be able to see clearly with this owl how to use this particular resource, basically. With Five of Wands here being in the midst of the 2 cards that are not facing it at all, I recognize that in your life right now, there might be some divine chaos. You might be dealing with some situations and people that you really don't understand why they belong there energetically. Maybe you're just a part of a community that's not really who you are. You're there temporarily or something, but it's clear that this has no effect on your journey. Basically, you are able to fulfill your roles in different capacities at this particular moment, and although there's chaotic energy around you, you're really preoccupied with envisioning this dream coming true, this opportunity coming through, this basically creative ambition of yours to be fulfilled, and it is finally coming into fulfillment here. Pile number 3, you are receiving a magnificent opportunity to basically fulfill your creative dream. What can I say? With Ace of Pentacles here, it is exactly what you dreamed about. It's exactly the reflection of what your dream is to you. This is your truth. This is basically your destiny meeting you at the crosswalks here. And this particular row of cards, pile number 3, 8 of Pentacles, everything is fine, and Queen of Wands here is really giving us an advice on what you are supposed to do currently to welcome this energy and to align with your higher vibrational path here. And with 8 of Pentacles being here, everything is fine, representing 10 of Swords, right? And Queen of Wands here, your advice is focus on your skill, focus on your craft. There's something that is creative that you're preoccupied with, and although you're tired of the cycle that you're stuck in right now, know that the end of the cycle is literally right around the corner. You're about to experience divine fate intervening in your life and ending this particular cycle now, right now. All you need to do is focus on your craft, on your creativity, and allow this basically end of the season with 10 of Swords, right? Because 10 of Swords is the end of the cycle, and it says everything is fine because there's 2 cards in this deck. One of them is 10 of Swords, one of them is identical to the 10 of Swords, and everything is fine is written on it. So we didn't get the other version of the 10 of Swords here, basically because your higher self is trying to communicate to you, please allow the end of the cycle to wrap up. This is a natural progress and season in your life. Do not focus on resisting the negatives or the things that you perceive to be negative. Focus on your craft, focus on your creativity, focus on you becoming the most authentic you that you can possibly be, and this cycle will wrap up naturally because everything is fine, and 10 is the end of a painful cycle. And right now divine intervention is occurring, and you're receiving the opportunity basically to fulfill your life's dream and ambition, to meet destiny at the crosswalks, and to finally, accept the invitation from the destiny and say, yes, I'm stepping on my deserved, beautiful, creative path here. So congratulations. Keep in mind that your higher self is really coming through and telling you that you're receiving an opportunity that is abundant financially, okay? You are definitely upgrading financially here. So please remember to use this abundance and to share this abundance with others. Obviously, be responsible with it, but still share this abundance. You are now free to utilize this abundance energy and to spoil the people who have been around you and who have been supportive of your journey of fulfillment of this particular dream here. So yeah, pile number 3, this is a beautiful message. Again, a very short one, but you're literally on the precipice of the cycle ending. Allow it to end. Do not react to external circumstances. Do not allow yourself to fall into a cycle of disappointment again. Know that the opportunity is literally breaking through into your life, and all that is needed from you at this particular time is focus on your creativity and your craft. Focus on what matters to you, because you are about to experience a fulfillment of your dream here. So yeah, thank you so much, pile number 3. This is all that I see here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.